Of Maple on record.
I think we need to.
Just him
I think we
walking
need to-
out
I think
saying
we
he
need
quit?
to. They've already indicated that that's what they were gonna do. And,
You guys can make it official.
yeah, absolutely.
Sort of like getting married without getting divorced.
I make a motion that we bring in Dreser, Sumner and Jeffries, or Sewer and Jeffries, John Hoffrichter, and Laker to be interviewed at the beginning of next month's, of the meeting on the 15th. Yes,
And if the decision is made on one, that one would go to work right then and there.
yes.
Got it.
Why couldn't you interview them like an hour before, 2 hours before the meeting?
That's a thought.
Get their, if you, the one you want, it's supposed to be in public.
Requires this special.
Huh?
Yeah.
Then you'd still have to have a special meeting and spend the money for advertising and.
They have to be interviewed in public?
I'll
second the motion. What?
They have to be interviewed in public?
Yeah.
What about personnel? You run back to that meeting room of your own little clique
That's-
back here.
That's different,
That's
there,
different.
that's personnel. Got a motion and a second. You wanna read the motion back?
Kathy made a motion to bring in EDSJ, Hoff Richter, and Laker to be interviewed on April 15th meeting.
I'm missing
I
something.
second
Yeah.
it.
Did we interview Maple and them whenever, beginning of the year? I don't remember that. I was at this reorganization meeting when you hired him. I don't remember no interview. Am I right or not, guys?
What's that?
So how'd you do it then?
This year?
Yeah.
He just carried over from the year before.
I never remember them being interviewed when
Neat.
you put him in there.
Neither, if I may,
Yeah.
neither was Sweat, but that's because there was no other choices.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
No, I'm saying, Makel was the only one that threw his hat in the ring, and Sweat was the only one that threw his hat in the
We
ring.
didn't
There
have-
were no options, there was
We didn't
no,
have proposals from anybody else.
no other interested parties, I guess is what you would say.
Did we advertise for him?
No, it was not, that was not advertised for. This wasn't either.
Yeah, we just called around.
Yeah.
Got a motion and a second. Anybody else? How you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Reluctantly, but I'll say yes.
Yeah. Okay. New supervisor. I don't,
Letters of interest, I believe. Are they in the green folder? Sure. Yep, they're there. Right.
letters of interest.
we have one, two, three, four, five, six. I guess we can say Jonathan Plants, Larry L. Rogers, Eric Graham, Richard Fiddler, Robert Frazier, and Tom Greaves. Did I look at that name?
No, I've seen.
I think we should, do the same we're gonna do with the solicitors. Have them come to the next meeting and we can ask them some questions and,
Do it in public.
yeah.
Every one of them, yes?
Yes,
Right,
yeah, we're not,
yes.
I'm just basing it on how we did it at the school. It seemed.
I'll second.
Alright. Get a motion and a second to invite all 6 candidates to the next meeting and for interviews.
And what's the deadline for appointment before it goes to the board?
30 days and vacancy board,
Yeah,
there's
we-
15 additional.
We accepted Mike's resignation on the 18th, so 30 days, I guess, from that, if that's where the clock starts.
That's where it starts.
So the 15th, we'd be all right there. Got a motion and a second to invite all them. How do you vote?
Doug,
Yeah.
Kathy,
Yes.
Ed,
Yep. We need to put somebody in charge of the water and sewer department.
I thought you made a motion before to temporarily have Tammy do that.
To say what?
I thought you made a motion before to temporarily have Tammy do that.
The motion failed.
It failed last time.
No, I'm not talking about the last meeting, before you check your minutes, it's on there.
I don't think it was approved. I think there was a directive of Mr. Simmons that that'd be the case,
Oh, maybe that's.
Yeah.
and which.
I asked her to do it, when I found out about Mike resigning, I asked her to do it until the next meeting,
Okay,
because she had been doing it the year before.
is there a problem with her doing it until you have another supervisor in there where you can,
I don't know, she's been AWOL.
well, she doesn't answer phones, she doesn't answer emails or texts, is that what you're saying?
Say again?
You're saying that she doesn't respond to you guys at all? Just because she's missed 2 meetings, everybody up there has missed meetings before.
I haven't.
Well, I'm sure she answers her text, her phone, and her emails, does she not?
She's been pretty hard to get a hold of.
I had a telephone conversation with John Forrest, he initiated, indicating that he was satisfied with the work that Tammy was doing as a supervisor of that department.
Well, okay.
Just making a point, that's all, there's no motion.
It was brought up last time that Kathy doesn't have a department, which was one of the reasons I think that the motion failed.
I don't know why that.
But
Make a motion, we table the water sewage supervisor till the 15th.
Second.
got a motion to table and a second. How do you vote?
Doug,
Yep.
Kathy,
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. If I say no, we can't table it and we have to keep talking about it.
That would be correct.
All right?
Yep.
And the survey said?
Yes. UPMC rates, I don't know.
I don't know, that was Tammy's area.
Approve the Verizon Road occupancy and easement maintenance agreement for Grimes Road.
We really needed an attorney to look at the paperwork. These are just things that were like last month. that we didn't
What's
really-
wrong with the maintenance agreement?
Just to make sure that it's correct.
My understanding, it's the same document that we used, that Mr. Sweat created.
Does it match everything else? I don't know.
I'm just, that's my understanding.
I never saw it until it appeared.
We've had one of those documents for a few years. I think this was the same document that he created, my understanding.
All the more reason to have another attorney look at it.
Yeah, I still think we should have an
I'm
attorney.
gonna
look at
move
it.
that we grant the occupancy permit, putting a line in beside the road, they do it all the
Especially in
time.
view of all the lawsuits or grievances.
Well,
Wait a minute. You're saying you want a motion to,
Approve the Verizon road occupancy easement maintenance agreement.
okay,
I wanna go-
where's the agreement?
It was in our
It's
folder.
in the meeting folder.
This one.
Doug, you're saying that's something Sweat drafted?
That's my understanding.
Temporary easement and maintenance agreement? That would be what he drafted. This is an application.
Right, that's correct.
Is it not under that agreement that there is grievances?
I know.
There are grievances?
See attached sketch. This isn't even filled out. The permit application.
Doug has motions, you may want to second it, I'll second it. That'll work.
Get a motion in a second? Okay. What is the motion to approve the whole kit and caboodle here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any discussion?
Is it necessary?
Yes.
I mean, can they not,
The problem is that if they do it and it's too shallow and then we rip it out, there was a whole lawsuit.
The application isn't filled out completely. It hasn't,
I didn't say I was gonna vote yes.
huh?
I didn't say I was gonna vote yes.
I'm
It
just
just
saying.
was trying to move
Hey,
it along.
How many lines, or bus, how many lines over the years have we cut with a grader or plowed out? Lots of them, right? And how many do we ever pay for, bus?
No.
Not a one. Okay, if they don't put them deep enough, that's their problem.
They have to be 30 or 36 inches deep.
if the paperwork ain't filled out right, you shouldn't approve it.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. They didn't fill in a lot of blanks here.
Table it. Give it to the new solicitor.
This is the original.
We have a motion in a second.
Oh, Got a motion and a second. How do you vote?
Kathy,
No.
Doug,
Yes,
Ed,
No. $25,000 set aside in the LSA to pay for the police vehicle. Pay the entire amount out of the Act 13 and then have the redevelopment authority reimburse the township. What was the problem? We didn't have as much in there as we thought we had?
Yes, apparently some of it was used for other projects, so there was only 25,000. So it would require around 10 from Act 13.
That's just for the car amendment, would be 19,655 from Act 13 would be the balance.
Oh, is that
Or
what it
worst
is?
case scenario,
Okay,
if they have to put everything.
What
in
is
there.
LSA?
You know, it's proceeds from the casino and the track, as close as I can
It's
tell.
old people's money.
it's 19,000.
Yeah,
Who's your savings
19,655.
account?
That's if we have to do everything.
Well, I didn't pay for it.
Okay.
19,000, what did you say?
655, so.
does that include, or maybe it doesn't exist anymore, the West Alexander merger money?
We got merger money last month and we set it aside for the electrical entrance for the maintenance
Okay,
garage.
Okay. fine.
That, yeah. That was the plan.
Okay. I'll move that we approve this transfer or payment, this, going through this fashion.
Out of Act 13?
Yep.
And then
And then they'll
Yeah.
reimburse us.
Right.
I'll second it.
A motion is second. Questions?
I have a question. If you set aside $25,000 at two different times throughout the last year or two for this, then why would that money be spent? If it was set aside, like you guys said the last meeting, why would it be spent on something else?
No, we believe that it was set aside in prior years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the minutes said
No,
something.
ma'am, they carry the balance. LSA allows them to earmark it and carry the balance moving forward. Is
Last,
there a number of years?
You know what, we've done it several times, I don't know the answer to that
Yeah.
question,
last year we set it aside for the police vehicle,
for,
but prior years,
we piled it up for Dry Ridge Road Study, or water study,
yeah.
and when it didn't happen, we cut it loose and spent it other places. You can do that, they like to move around, they don't really like you to do it, they get a little irritated,
they do.
but you can do it.
Ed, I think what Tammy's saying is you set aside 25 grand for a cop car last year.
And the
For
year
that.
before, I believe.
Well, I thought it was last year and this year.
No,
We didn't spend it last year, no, we did set it aside.
17 and 18, I
Yeah.
believe.
I remember when you discussed this, was it just the last meet, or I missed the last continuation? There was already 25 grand in there
Mhm.
from last year.
Mhm.
And you set aside 25, because Chief said, worst case scenario, 50 grand is more than enough.
Yeah.
Probably around 40, correct?
Yeah.
So he set aside that's 50 grand. So I think what she's asking, why is part of the 25 that you set aside last year?
It's really not set aside, it's not like you take it and put it over here, it's still in your general fund or whatever fund it's in, not in this case, another fund, it's just not used. You know, it's set aside, means we earmarked it for that, and we didn't spend it, it's still there. And if you do it twice, you know, you technically could say, well, there's $50,000 there now, you know, if you want to do that. And the board could say that's what they meant, I don't think that's what they meant, they could do that. You know, it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and actually, if I remember, your exact motion was if it's there.
Yeah, right, it's there, yeah.
Also, Kathy, didn't last year you set aside 25,000 for something at the water and sewer?
I'd have to check, I specifically
I
asked for
think
the
you-
police, I didn't ask, can you give us a breakdown of what everything was set aside? So we'll have to,
Yeah. It seems to me, because I just sort of remember Tammy sitting there saying that it was something to do with something you had to buy at the water and sewer.
we had to upgrade
Maybe
to
that
Yeah.
filter or something
the
or
the
other.
DEP to
Huh?
meet regulations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It could be, I just asked specifically
I
how
know.
much to set aside for the police car, and they said 25,000.
okay.
I didn't inquire as to what else everything was set aside for, their little categories.
And my other comment is, you know, Act 13 money is there for exactly this
Yes,
purpose, which
it is.
has to do with public safety, so,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah, we could put it all, we could pull it all out of there.
right, if you wanted to.
Sure.
Okay. Anybody else? Motion and a second, right?
Yes,
Yes.
How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah.
Ed,
Yeah. Okay. Approve, let's see, that's that one. Approve the Daniel Garner driveway permit. You look at it, Ed?
Yeah.
Here, he signed it.
Yeah, good.
And make a motion, we approve the Daniel Garner driveway permit.
Where is this located?
Shepherd Road.
And you reviewed this situation?
Yeah, I met with him out there.
That's okay?
He just has to put his pipe in. He got stone in the ditch now, but he said he's gonna put
I had a complaint, yeah.
30-foot entrance is what he wants. I told him to put a 40-foot piece of pipe in there so he's not running over the ends. It's his responsibility.
Okay, I'll second that or make a motion, whichever.
Motion second,
Pending the installation of pipe, yes?
That's on a permit. He has to do that.
yeah, he's
So
got.
we have to okay it before you can do it.
Oh, I see, all right.
Motion and a second, anybody else? Comments, questions, how do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed.
Yep. Refund, SWN's escrow, I guess they paid it twice.
So
They
moved.
paid it last year and this year. Second.
Motion and a second. Anybody want to keep their money? How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah.
Ed,
Yep. Pay the auditors, I guess.
So moved.
Second.
Do we know how much?
Yeah. That sounds,
Oh, they did?
yeah, I saw it someplace. Was it in the list of bills or?
I had 92.5 hours, so that's $925. If anybody wants that money, you can totally take my job.
It's less than
Less than,
11,000.
Palermo and all them, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Henry Kissinger. Yeah. All right. Got a motion and a second? How
yes.
do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah.
Ed.
Yeah.
Disney World.
Okay. The dumpsters
Ed,
and,
question before
Yeah.
you zip through the Southwest
yeah,
escrow thing real quick. What was that for? Escrow for what?
I'm assuming
It's a
Main
main
Road, that's the only one.
Usually, the escrow just stays in the account unless there's an issue. So they paid it last year and then they paid it again this year, so they only need to pay it once. We
What,
just
We're
hold
just
it.
renewing their permit this year.
okay. Is all the problems and issues on Main Road fixed?
They've been
They're still on.
keeping up with them.
Okay.
It's an ongoing process. Ed?
I have a problem on Main Road.
Yeah.
They took an 18-inch pipe out and put a 12-inch pipe in.
So maybe you don't refund the escrow until that's why I was asking, I knew you were from the.
We still got the escrow, it's just not double the escrow. I don't think we can actually treat them, yeah,
You can't double
treat
that.
them differently than others. But, yeah, we'll have to,
And it's rated a pretty heavy water run. And the old pipe used to run across the road, and it was either 16 or 18 casing, and they put a 12-inch plastic in there. It's not gonna work out very well.
Okay.
okay. All right.
Tell them they can pick up the check.
Yeah.
You're holding it in the office, they can pick up the check when they fix the pipe.
Okay, dumpsters and Friday for cleanup, and that's like, I'm assuming two different things, right? We need to approve,
We need to approve the dumpsters and, the road crew brought up about trying to utilize Friday since the dumpsters would already be there.
Friday afternoon or something.
Well, Friday when they're there.
Oh, okay.
Ed, you're the chairman of the road department. Why don't you just direct that?
Every time I direct something, it ends up in a friggin' grievance.
I'll explain if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I brought it up to Kathy and the office ladies about Friday, leave a couple guys back, just for the people that's home. And instead of having a mad rush on Saturday, spread it out a little bit, make it a little easier on everybody. That was the only, that was just brought up. It was something for you to discuss and make a decision.
I'll move we approve the additional time for cleanup.
Okay. So we're gonna do the Friday thing first then. Get a motion. At what?
What time did you want?
All day?
We start at 6:30.
Okay,
2:30.
6:30 to 2,
Yeah,
2
yeah.
o'clock, give us.
To give them time to.
okay?
We're all done.
All right. And Saturday,
7 to 1. Is that the way it was advertised?
is that,
Yeah.
is that what's on the, I think we have it on the website or something.
Yeah,
What date is that?
Saturday, 7 to 1.
Saturday's May 4th.
So it'll be Friday the 3rd, and Saturday
The only thing is that we will have, okay, you made a motion?
Yes.
I'll second it so we can talk. You're gonna have to watch, the reason we coordinate with Claysville is so you don't have, but
Yeah, well, we
you know,
pretty
you
much know
you know
who we're
everybody,
dealing with.
or most of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
One of the things that was brought to my attention is the appliances. Somebody said that we're not accepting them. I thought we always did, but the Freon had to be removed.
Who said we weren't, I don't know.
Probably
Somebody-
me. 'cause
Somebody
we-
brought that up to my,
It wasn't a Strauss that put a limit on stuff.
I think Strauss did.
I saw a notification on Facebook that indicated that almost nothing but trash.
I would think Strauss would want
I
appliances,
was
that's
gonna
what
s-
they,
I was gonna say, I thought that was the thing we
We
kinda,
took them in the past, and somebody said it was on the internet, or, I don't know what.
I don't know.
But I have to look.
Really?
I don't see why we wouldn't take them, cause we actually will get
That's the
paid.
purpose of the cleanup day,
Yeah.
Yeah,
to get rid of this stuff.
Pretty big stuff, you truck down the hill.
Oh, electronics may be different. Is that, you're not talking about electronics,
No, I'm
right?
talking about appliances, washers, dryers, air conditioners,
Yeah.
and refrigerators, as long as the pre-owned was removed,
Yeah.
we've always accepted.
Yeah,
And you get scrap money for that.
right. It offsets some.
but to be removed though, and then don't they have to be tagged? Have to have that removal tag.
I'm not an expert, but
I-
usually the lines are off the back, and I don't ask no questions.
Right.
Oh,
Keep a 22 handy if they're not.
You know, the other thing is, there are companies that do the electronics, and,
we have in the past actually hauled the electronics to different places.
yeah, because
Township
everyone's, they used to have one at Cannonsburg, they had one out here at the high school at one time.
Ed, where did we haul the electronics to?
Electronics went down to the fairgrounds a
No,
couple
we
years
took, no,
ago.
we took them someplace.
They went up,
The road or,
yeah, somewhere up there, it was wherever West Family takes theirs, we truckloads of them up there.
I thought,
Some
didn't,
recycling factory.
yeah.
didn't City Mission take them and
They
because
quit
of
doing
this?
it, we did not want.
Okay, because I thought they,
I'm taking
for
it.
some
Okay,
reason.
we got a, hang on guys, we got a motion to set it up on the Friday, starting on the Friday. And then the hours for Friday and Saturday,
Yes.
okay? We got a motion and a second, how do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah,
Ed,
Yeah. Okay, now, what do you got for numbers for dumpsters?
The biggest issue, like Bex said that they would do it too, but they only have smaller dumpsters. They don't have the 30. So if you're looking at that, Republic and Waste Management are pretty much very similar.
How many dumpsters are you thinking about and where would they be located?
At the township garage, last year we had 4
We had 4 in Strauss's.
and the scrap one.
Mhm.
Had you ever considered a roll-off?
That's what they are.
That's what they are.
Oh, well, you're saying dumpster, I'm sorry.
Yeah, when we say dumpster, we mean
Well,
stuff we can't throw stuff into.
okay.
'Cause I'm too short.
Ed, what do you think? Last year, we had an abundance. 4 actually wasn't enough,
Yeah, I talked to Kathy about it a little bit that day, we was thinking 6.
but we gotta take into account that we didn't have it the year before. So, you know what I mean? I don't know if that,
Why can't you use the dump truck?
say it again?
Why can't you use the dump truck? You don't have enough dumpsters.
Because I think we could have filled every dumpster.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't have enough dumpsters.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, they had 4 dumpsters last year, and they had, I think we ended up getting 2 to 3 more dumpsters after that. so-
wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kathy, where'd you get them last year?
Participation was quite good last year.
They came from Republic last year.
Didn't they cut you like a really sweet deal or something, get them cheap?
We had 4 of them for $2,500, and then we got Southwestern to give us some, and by the time Strauss paid, we took this scrap to Strauss, it was like $900 or something it cost in the end last year.
Did
and
you
you
check with,
recommending 6?
That's what I
check
would
with
recommend.
Bridgeport, whatever I told you for
I'll move
Bridgeport?
that we
They
get
didn't, they wouldn't, they
6
didn't have big
dumpsters
enough.
in from the lowest
Lowest
bid.
bid,
The lowest bid.
I'll second that.
Who supplies them?
We just said waste management or
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Whichever one submits the
Whichever-
lowest price.
whichever one's lower.
Oh, they haven't put a price out yet?
Well, they have, but so here's the problem with deciding who has the lowest price, because it's always done by weight then after.
Uh-huh.
So it depends what everybody, if you bring feathers, we're okay. If everybody brings refrigerators,
Well, they go into the other one. They
Yeah,
go into the-
refrigerator's going to scrap.
Don't they give you a delivery
Concrete
charge?
blocks.
X amount for the dumpster, X amount, you get, some of them you get 5
The
ton
hauling
free,
fee,
and then
yeah.
after that, it's a certain rate, and there's all kind of different.
yeah.
When I researched that, Bridgeport was the most economical. I don't know if it's Bridgeport equipment
I called
well,
them, but they
Bridgeport.
didn't have 30 foot, and I think they also might have had an issue with a couple of I believe last year they had some clean outs from some colleges. And they were
Cause I think I got 40 orders from them, I think.
I
30 or
called them
40
last year and they said no.
There's a guy in Washington named Roble, R-O-B-L-E. I don't know
Will
how,
somebody second the motion?
Yes.
Yes.
So we got a motion and a second to get the lowest, 6 dumpsters at the lowest bid.
Yes.
6 and then we all, yeah. and the
30-yard
numbers,
dump.
yeah. 30-yard dumpsters.
30 yards?
How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Yeah.
And isn't there 40 orders too?
Executive session?
Isn't that 40 orders as well?
We need
I've
to
never
have-
seen them 30 yarders. It's big.
I don't wanna have an executive
For
session.
some reason, I was thinking there was.
Town council.
Yeah, somebody may, I
I had a
don't know, Waste
grievance,
Management
a
or
step two
something
grievance
doesn't
meeting, meeting
know. And Clear Creek didn't know it.
Well, if we can find the discussion to that item, I don't know.
The ones
Okay,
with
hold
doors
on.
that open are
Wait.
nice though, because we can get the skid loader in there and really compact.
Right.
You take the hoe and beat it down.
Make a motion, we accept the audit as presented and publish it in the paper.
I'll move that.
Motion, second, how do you vote?
Wait, ask them the question. This is-
Questions?
From the audit today?
Yeah.
It's already been agreed to, but
Have you all reviewed it?
Yeah.
Yes, we were here early.
What's the
I'm
recommendation?
just approving the receipt of it, I haven't reviewed it.
Oh.
I do wanna review it. Yeah, my motion is, was to
Accept the
accept
audit.
it as,
policy.
Accept it.
as we've got it in our hands.
And advertise it.
I think we can do that, and then I can vote on the next meeting.
Yeah.
I'll approve the advertising.
Okay. So we got a motion and a second. Anybody else?
you made a motion.
Me.
Doug second.
How do you vote?
And when are they gonna make the recommendations public?
Say it again?
The recommendations, when will they be made public?
Recommendations were given to the supervisors. The only thing we make public is the amount of money. Whether the recommendations are followed through with, that's up to the supervisors.
Do we not have a right to know what the recommendations are, is what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know. Now, I looked at the budget, or I keep calling it budget, the audit, but I didn't go through all the recommendations today. And